We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. How's everybody doing out there? Happy belated Thanksgiving for those of you that celebrated, or what is it celebrated? Is it celebrated? Or I don't know, partook in the Thanksgiving holiday. Hopefully you guys had a good one. You're not too hungover and you're enjoying turkey leftovers nonstop. Today, what we're going to talk about is a lot of stuff that's going on with the future of car sales, part sales, and the subscription-based upgrades that dealers are trying to upsell you on that are a little on the ridiculous side. If I'm going to be honest with you, we're going to talk about eBay. eBay recently said that they're going to not allow or remove any hardware or software devices that allow you to bypass emissions. Also, they said hardware, software, anytime you try to post anything on eBay Motors, supposedly, they're going to say, well, we can't do it. It's not going to happen. So we're just going to go ahead and not be able to make your listing live because of the recent EPA stuff. We'll get right to it. Let's say hi to the people. I got a lot to say today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about their hypocrisy because not long after they announced that, they're promoting. I'm just going to show you what is happening out there. So before we get too into the weeds, we're going to have to say thank you and hi to the sponsors. That's right, the sponsors, the people that make everything happen, the people that make it possible, the people that make me a little money on the side so I can put their logo up there. PMAS, Nick James and PMAS out of Michigan. Guys up there making, I don't know, a bunch of cold air intakes. Belmonts, you name it. And working on his father's CUDA. Good for him. PMAS. Two Auto Solutions. Rami Zaidan right now is getting ready, doing some testing. He's doing a lot of shit. He's a busy guy down there. Wait till you see what he's testing down there in Puerto Rico for one of the guys up here in the United States. Good times, and he's getting ready for a half-mile event. Rami Zaidan, Two Auto Solutions, Puerto Rico. The Part Farm, thepartfarm.com. That white notch has become a gold mine of content. It is just a badass little ride, and I have so many things that to look forward to bringing you guys on the channel. Thepartfarm.com with the best logo ever made. Oh my God, cookies, the best cookies on the planet. Yeah, let's get diabetes. Shee! Okay, and Calmer Transmissions now offering Veggies Clutch packages for your car. I mean, come on. I'm probably the best spokesperson on the planet. Let's say hi to the people, talk some shit. Anthony, Black Betty, Agent Orange, Harley Taquache Mode. Or Donkey Mac, JD Swag, one of the mods, Automotive Anarchy, Raped Ape GT, Diego Channel 62, Anthony Mohammed, Jeremiah Camp. We got to get your car on the dyno with Nixon Tarpia's car. Do a little shootout action. Gregory Ukvich, Chody Son, D-Rock Fox, John Lund says eBay sucks. John Lund, thank you for being on the show. We appreciate you. Ray TJ Sikorsky, Elver Galarga, SCT Snake, Diego Flo. I always think it's going to be like something like Verga or something, and I'm going to be stuck saying something stupid. Chat Pittman, Ket24, One Slow, First Pasteles, John Lund dropping his balls on the chat saying, take that. Take that, Elon Musk. Could you imagine being a Ford CEO?
Take that, Elon Musk.
And seeing that everything Elon Musk has done and trying to think that you're in his fucking wavelength? Stop it. Walter, Coyote Fury, Evil Twin, GT250, Alfredo Diaz, Eric Roundtree, Papi Culo. Not Papi Chulo, Papi Culo. John Lund, Bad is short for Bathu. Nick Rogers with the money. Waz, Douche did it. Ignacio Ramirez, Turbo Windsor, SD 2013. Ellis Swapser, Gay, senior in the house. Boom, bye. What's up, brother? 301 F150. Dill Space Dakota. Wow, finally got a notification. Drop my like. Enjoy the Fox video. John Lacina Senior says, Alex, send Alex money. Be cheerful. Apsa, freaking Matt 760. Do you want to... Do you want to get a tune for a boosted setup? Because we're here for you, brother. We are here for you. Yes, sir. You got it, Jeremiah Camp. Drunk Pollock. A smile. Drunk Pollock. All right, let's get to it. Let's talk some shit. So, eBay, the other day, check out this article on eBay. This is from Road and Track. eBay bans listings of non-emissions complying tuning parts. This is November 18th, 2022, 7 days ago, 1 week ago. The automotive aftermarket is again found under the EPA's intense scrutiny. Since 2020, the EPA has had a national compliance initiative related to emissions from modified vehicles, which allows the agency greater leeway in law enforcement actions as more and more shops and tuning companies face large fines for selling and distributing these components. eBay Motors has quietly moved to ban them from their site. Here's what you need to know. All right, Road and Trek's first encounter with this parts ban on eBay came by the way of a Facebook user in a private automotive-focused Facebook group. The user posted about his experience trying to list a Honda tuner for sale on the popular marketplace. Their attempt was met with a listing error, which followed the explanation following being provided by eBay. eBay is not currently allowing any tuners regardless of functionality in order to ensure compliance with their policy prohibiting defeat devices. Please do not relist. According to eBay's defeat device policy, any part they may bypass, delete, or render the factory emissions system inoperative is actively banned from being used on the site. That ban applies to parts whether or not they are hardware or software. The company lists a number of disallowed products, including tuners, standalone ECUs, off-road exhaust systems, AFM disablers, throttle position controllers, the pedal extender. That's right, the pedal extender, a block of wood, is potentially banned, and oxygen sensor bypass devices, among others. This change appears to have happened sometime during 2022. They prohibit the sales of items that bypass or defeat, render inoperative emissions, blah, 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 blah. Mention of the EPA enforcement alert is no coincidence, as notice outlines opening paragraph. The EPA would likely pursue eBay for its role in the distribution of hardware it deems illegal under the Clean Air Act. That would prove costly for eBay, as every illegal part sold can carry a financial penalty of $4,819 as of January 13th, 2020. Okay, according to this article, November 18th, 2022, eBay does not sell hardware or software that deletes emissions. Let's go to eBay Motors. Let's type in off-road H-pipe. We're doing it fucking live. We are doing it fucking live.
Okay. We'll do it live.
So check it out. Holy shit, eBay Motors. Holy shit, son. It looks like to me that you guys actively have off-road exhaust in your store. Stupid ass motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Look at this. Pacesetter Mustang. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, we ban a hardware, software. Look at this. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Look at, yeah. Headers, off tire. Oh my God. So you're full of shit, eBay. You're full of shit. Because in the title, it says off-road. Off-road, off-road, off-road. Now that's just a part of their hypocrisy. Now, if they're under the initiative of saying, okay, or if they're under the direction of saying, okay, we're definitely going to be compliant. We're not going to promote. We're not going to sell. We're not going to be a part of you guys deleting emissions for anything. Well, if their Instagram page says anything.
Go over to eBay Motors and get the right parts at the right prices.
Yeah. Didn't this guy take a diesel motor and put it in a Mustang, therefore defeating every emissions item in that car?
Let's ride.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's all good. Look at that. Turbo sticking out of the hood. Yeah, we don't partake in any of that nonsense. Boy, shut the fuck up. eBay, shut the fuck. Look at this, eBay. Where's the catalytic converter? There it is, eBay. Where's the cat? eBay. Where's the cat, eBay? You're full of shit. So stop it with your bullshit. You can't. And this was 1 week ago. eBay Motors, with 122 million parts, 7 million tires, and 5 million wheels. Take a page out of mega mechanic Wesley Chapman's playbook and make eBay Motors your go-to for parts and accessories. Yeah, shut up. Please be quiet. Nothing against Wesley. I love him. I want him to make a bunch of money. eBay is the target here. They're so full of fucking shit, dude. I'm just so fucking tired of these companies being weird and not like how do you not have a department that knows what one is saying? Like if you have a press release or some kind of terms and conditions that you cannot put stuff on your website, and in the same fucking breath, all I have to do is type in off-road H-pipe on your fucking search engine, and I get emissions defeating devices on your site. And then the same time that article came out, November 18th, you post that guy, which again, I don't have anything against him. It's all on eBay. A guy who posts or builds a Mustang with a diesel, like probably you want to get under the EPA's radar. That's how you do it. You put diesels in cars that didn't come with a diesel and just blow smoke all over the place and roll coal and say, yee yee, fucking cool. Let's drink Mountain Dew and not brush our teeth. Unbelievable. So that's that. We'll talk about that. Also, automotive manufacturers are now making things that the cars come with a subscription-based service. Let's read. Mercedes EQS and OTA over-the-air updates, literally everything that is wrong with cars of the future. Not that long ago, the concept of over-the-air updates for cars sounded pretty cool. Who wouldn't want to have the latest and greatest software? It works great for the cell phones, right? Well, when it comes to cars, automakers see it as a way of extorting more money out of you. And the new Mercedes EQS or EQS or whatever you call it is quite literally the epitome of that. After paying six figures for a luxury car, you're going to have to pay another $105 to play Tetris? Or should you have to pay another $59 for a simple update that makes your car more gentle to drive? Maybe a little more to make some valet can't go fast in your pride and joy. Well, this is the future. It's only going to get more expensive. And the Mercedes EQS is the epitome of what's wrong with the future of the automotive industry. Mercedes caught some negative reaction not too long ago when the world found out that it would cost £489, about $575, to unlock the 10-degree rear wheel steering that is built into the car. And the fee is built annually. Or, you can pay $13.76 to unlock the feature for a 3-year discount. Now, as EQS launches in Europe, we're learning that Mercedes is taking things a step further. It's not just about subscriptions or heated seats or navigation, the latter of which might make sense if there's actually regular updates. This is about frivolous features that just seem crazy, at least in a car that costs well over $100,000. In case spending between $106 and $136 wasn't enough spending one day for you, Mercedes will be happy to charge you another £89 for the customization package. Mercedes will lure you into a free 12-month trial, but after that, you got to pay up each year. That's right, meaning just like on the My Color updates on a Mustang where you can change the dash color and everything like that, that's free. Imagine, because now new cars get over-the-air updates, they have GPS and GSM transmitters and all this bullshit. They're always phoning home. Let's say like Sirius, right? Almost every new car has the ability to upgrade to Sirius. Well, after you're done paying, they shut off your Sirius or your Sirius XM. Imagine they can do that with your customization, your lights customization, your top speed limiter. Let's say, again, if it reads a different tune, they can just revert it back to the factory tune. If you don't think you can handle driving your brand new 6-figure EQS, Mercedes will be more than happy to charge you another $50 to turn the beginner driver mode on. This mode will make it driving characteristics are deliberately more gentle. Again, the £50, is built annually. So imagine this, guys. Let's say you buy a brand new Ford Mustang and I got a brand new Ford Mustang. I'm so happy. This is awesome. All of a sudden they go, hey, do you want a more horsepower? Because obviously tuning isn't a thing right now. Sure, I'd like more power, like a ProCal. Let's say they're able to send a tune revision over the air. And you're like, sure, I'd like a ProCal performance package. Awesome. How much would that be? And they'll say $50 a month. And you're like, what, excuse me? Yeah, we've messed with the adaptive octane logic a little more, give it a little more timing. Hell, what about over-the-air flex fuel? Oh, not that they'll do that, but I'm just giving you an example. They can manipulate the car whichever way they want. And some people will go, oh, I can get more horsepower out of an update, similar to Tesla. Tesla has the ability to download data into their cars. Obviously, it's an electric car, so you know what you're getting into that car for. You're not getting into that car for personal customization. You're getting into that car for electrification and to be part of the quote-unquote future. But what's going to happen is all the other guys that are not there yet that can do over-the-air updates, they're going to probably manipulate you into getting some kind of subscription-based performance enhancement on the vehicle. If Mercedes does it, you don't think that's going to trickle down to everybody else? Imagine a car comes with 4-wheel steering, 500 horsepower. Oh, that's 500 horsepower for the first year. And then after that, it's $14 or $20 a month to keep the 500 horsepower setting. I don't want to be a part of that future. No offense. I love the fact that we're getting to a point where electric vehicles might get 800 miles range and run 8 seconds in the quarter mile. I've always loved that technology. I've always said it was awesome. I don't like the ability, or I don't like what's happening with the subscription-based services, and they're trying to gouge you for every single little penny. If I was to buy a Tesla, I don't give a shit about full self-drive. I don't want a full self-driving car. I want to be able to drive the car myself. I would never opt in for those options. But a lot of people, for whatever reason, think they can just go to sleep or watch Pornhub, jerk off while their car's driving them to their destination. And a lot of them can in certain places. And that's what they pay the extra $10,000 a vehicle for. But imagine that it is a subscription-based service for things like your Mustang. Let's say you like the color customization of the dash. Well, you want your dash to look, you want your two Samsung tablets to look like a 89 Fox body. They look sick. Oh, you want to keep the Fox body dash? That'll be another $10 a month. Oh, but I really like the Fox body dash. Sick. That'll be $10 a month. So what's going to happen is, if the car loses communication with the GSM network, let's say you find a way of disabling that, there goes your warranty. Bye-bye warranty. They're probably going to flag your car. They're probably going to be like, this thing's super fucked up. It's not eligible for any updates, and your car's going to go on a weird list of cars to look out for. Guys, the future is super fucked. Now, hopefully you guys see what I'm trying to do with the Fox body. I will never buy a new Ford again. I will always buy pre-2022 vehicles, probably for the rest of my life. And if I don't, it's going to be an electric car. If I do buy anything new, it will be like a Tesla Model S, or if they have like a 3 that's like super hopped up, I would probably get that. But I will never in my fucking life be caught dead in anything newer than a 2022 if it has over-the-air updates, if it has all this bullshit. That's why I bought my Fox body. Have you guys seen the Fox body content? Have you guys been kind of like, oh my God, that Fox body runs as good as fully bolted on tuned Mustangs that are modern? And this little thing is getting it, and it's not a light car. It's a full weight, it's got Dynamat. It's actually heavier than most notches would be. So that's the whole reasoning that I bought the notchback, to show people that old is going to become new. Bet me on that. So shout out to eBay Motors for sucking dick again, promoting a guy that puts diesel engines in Mustangs. And then on the same note, say you cannot put off-road anything or tuning anything, and then at the same time go to their search engine and find off-road H-pipes on their website. What the fuck is going on with those people? 69, the fastest four-door car in the world was the Australian Ford Falcon. Now nothing, and the best motor we got since the 9.5 compression Caddy. I don't know what the fuck he said. Hypocrisy at its best. eBay sponsored PFI Speed and making the Freedom Civic. Oh my lord. Bend Over says, I knew this ad was going to be a part of the conversation. I thought about it as soon as I saw the eBay news. eBay California based enough said, look, so's Tesla, unfortunately. Although they're doing the right thing by moving everything out of California. There are rumors that Elon Musk is going to bring Twitter to Austin, but Austin is also basically East California. Austin is a fucking shithole city that's going to become a tech giant, and it's going to envelop Texas. Bet me on that shit. Torque and B says he's another Cletus, just some guy with money that does yee stuff and makes car enthusiasts dumber. YOLO, I just buried eBay with one. I mean, seriously, this man, the myth, the legend, Turvey. Fuck, I don't give a fuck about Turvey today. They all want to play in the sandbox, but are afraid to get slapped in the PP. eBay playing the game on both sides of the law. Right. eBay says you can't put tuners in the hardware or software. Boom. They have off-road H-pipes. Stop it. It's so fucking retarded. And you know what? I've thought to myself, like, what am I doing? Like, am I speaking to just a canyon, just emptiness? Am I just talking to just thin air and no one's listening? Yeah. Be honest with you, absolutely. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about what's going on. No one cares. Everyone has their head in the sand. There's still people out there doing dumb shit. They're posting up there. I still to this day see things in the tuning system that say, I live in a state that isn't emissions compliant or doesn't have emissions. Can you please shut off my... And I go, nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. So maybe some of you are listening. Maybe some, like, there's only 285 people on a Friday here. So maybe some of you are listening. Maybe some of you get it, like the hardcore fans. But the casual car guy has no fucking idea what's going on. Like, guys that build Mustangs now would not have survived 5 minutes in the Fox body era, because you had to know your shit. You can't just bolt stuff on, like very light stuff, call a tuner, and the tuner hits a couple of strokes on the keyboard, makes your car blazing fast. You wouldn't have survived 2 seconds in the Fox body era. And before you say that was a slow era, no, it wasn't. Cars were going 11, 10s, 9, 8s way back in the day. 30 years ago, they were running badass numbers. Sure, maybe not as easy, but you really had to know what the fuck you were doing with Fox bodies back in the day. And 9 times out of 10, nobody knew your time. Nobody knew your modifications. Nobody even knew what you had done to the car. So a lot of people that look at me, fuck with Fox bodies, understand this. Labor is going to go way the fuck up. You think you're just going to be, it's not like modern cars where labor is minimal. Cold air intake, manifold, injectors, and an H-pipe. No, labor goes up.
Yesterday's price
because it's not the same.
Not today's
it's
price.
Not. You have to do a bunch of shit to get those cars to move. You got to know some stuff, and you can't just get away with a couple of forums of knowledge, a couple of forum posts of knowledge to sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about. And they say tuning required. Exactly, douche did it. Imagine the Dark Horse, they charge you $50 a month to activate the throttle bodies. Imagine in the Dark Horse, they only give you control of one throttle body. And then, oh, you want 2 throttle bodies? Well, first of all, you got to buy the wine. And second of all, you got to pay $50 a month for the second throttle body to open up to 85% or 85 degrees. Greed. Companies today are greedy. That Fox will keep up with my Gen 3 10R80 and 85. Absolutely. And just wait till I put race gas in it and a K member. It's going to be a 970, 960, 60 to 130 car with the current way it sits. I am not going to gut the shit out of that car. I have never been a proponent of gutting the shit out of cars that I deem street cars. Okay, a street car has all the seats, minimal cage work, the HVAC system works, everything's cool. Okay, so I'm not going to gut that car and be a fast motherfucker like that. That's what the Fairmont's for. The Fairmont eventually be all, tin can, Scott rod panel, the whole 9 yards. But that notch will prove that a 30-plus-year-old car can get it exactly like modern cars. Mod for mod. El Sancho says, that's why everything I'm modding is going to be pre-smog. 59 F100, 61 Falcon, and the Fox is going to be off-road only. Preaching to the choir, Alex. And that's the problem. You're right. I am preaching to the choir. You guys know. Most of the fans on this channel know exactly what the hell we're talking about. We know what's going on. We know that you can't ask for an off-road H-pipe tune. We know that the EPA is full of fucking shit. But the general Mustang guy doesn't. There is no other YouTuber in the automotive performance industry that's talking like this. Like, shout out to PFI, they're great, but they're like, man, this fucking sucks, bro. This is totally not aggro, man. I just want to make some money with my family. It fucking sucks. This is bullshit. Well, what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? We're still racing cars that are emissions compliant. So I don't know what to do anymore. I mention it because it was hypocritical, but I am not going to go out. I am not going to go out on my shield for this. Okay. If the general public doesn't care, I don't care. I am just going to mention hypocrisy when I see it. When I owned a 3-valve years back, I had no idea about compliance till I tried to order something. It blew my mind how dumb the restrictions are in California. Alex, I deleted the cats. Can you turn my dash lights off? I did a few races in Pure Street early days. I ran low 11s, 123, 125. You definitely had to know your stuff. I recently moved from 1,000 elevation to 5,500 elevation. Do I need a retune revision for S197? So if you have a lot of air available and you go somewhere where there's less air available, do you think you need a retune? Let's do some critical thinking here, okay? Let's say you go wide open throttle and the MAF frequency says 9 hertz. And then you go wide open throttle in Utah or Denver, and it's 8 hertz. You think you need a retune? What up, Alex? Figuring this MAF wiring sucks. Bitch, yo, MAF wiring? What'd you do? Why are you messing with the MAF at all? I wonder why you're messing with the MAF at all. They're 30 years old. Everything will break on them, or you'll get random issues until you've replaced almost everything. Hey, Alex, beadlocks worth it? Worth it how? What are you talking about? Come on, Noel. Beadlocks for what? If your wheels are spinning independent of the tire, you need beadlocks. If not, you don't need beadlocks. People who got a Fox hate themselves. Imagine the NVH in that motherfucker. I would absolutely never, ever gut a Fox. Alex, my 89 notch almost ran 10s with 275 horsepower crate motor and a 150 shot. Your car is going to fly. The goals with my car is 10s NA, 9s on spray, 150 shot. And I think it'll do it with ease. It might need an anti-roll bar for sure. 9 out of 10 Mustang guys today don't even know what a spout connector is exactly. Wait, what? I got to remove what to check my timing? I never got my car. I like my interior. The Fox is becoming my favorite build. Admittedly, don't know much about carb setups. Right. So I contacted AED Carburetors and I said, hey, I would like for you guys, the people who built this, to rebuild it. He goes, what would you like? I go, a general going over of the carburetor. I don't have any complaints, but I want to make sure that power valves doesn't have, any perforations or the diaphragms aren't perforated, that the squirters, the needles, everything is good. So I'm just going to send you the carburetor and I want you to rebuild it. He goes, not a problem. Send any communicator with me like that. Be like that. Okay, I was about to start doing research on carburetors and blah, blah. Now, this guy, I reached out, emailed him on his company website. Within an hour, I had a reply. I replied back. Within another hour, I had another reply. I'm like, that's how you do it, son. That's how you do it. So I'm going to send the carburetor off to him. In the meantime, I'm going to get a 4-inch cowl hood. If there's one local to me, let me know. But I want to get a 4-inch cowl hood. I'm going to have to buy a new. It's going to be like $700. Because the Mach 1 style Cervini's hood that's in it hits when I put the air filter on, I will be selling that hood. It's literally for sale right now. I'll literally sell it because I can put a car cover on the bitch and be good. Tried to flip some N gauges last year and they all got taken down. None of the off-road parts are being taken down though. Seems like they're just going after tuning devices. Weird how that works. But Alex, there's no cat on a jet. I agree. And look, you got to understand that defeating emissions does not mean tuning. If you remove the catalytic converter, let's have a real talk, all right? If you remove the catalytic converter from a Coyote and put in a heat sink on the front O2, it'll probably never set off a cat code, meaning a mini cat, meaning basically a spacer, something you screw in, some hardware. No tuning needs to be done on a modern Ford vehicle in order for you to remove the cats, not have any lights, not have any codes. If you know what you're doing and you got a little hardware and some know-how, you don't need to do a goddamn thing. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna start outlawing welders? You're gonna start outlawing pipes? People are gonna do what they're gonna do. Isn't the border supposed to? Isn't the border supposed to be illegal to cross? Meanwhile, motherfuckers get carted off and get flown to Miami. Stop it. People are going to get around that shit. So by you taking tuners off of your site, so why doesn't, and I don't even want to start this argument, but how are they allowed to be in business? Because I'm probably shooting myself in the foot, but if eBay and other sellers take away the ability for tuners to be actually sold, then why are they able to be sold anywhere? It's just a weird gray area that there's no clarity on. And then you get Antron Brown going to Congress and he's like, he sounded ridiculous. He sounded ridiculous. He didn't understand what was happening. I love him. He's probably a great guy and a great racer, but he didn't understand what was at stake. And he answered some questions from a senator, and I believe it was a Philadelphia or maybe Arizona senator that asked him about modifying a current emissions controlled vehicle to be able to be raced. And then he got into that weird gray area about street driven. And I go, uh-oh. Now he's talking nuance. Now he's talking specifics, and he is off in the weeds. I never posted or said that, Fernando. What's going on? Fernando, what Fernando say? Fernando, Mark, blah, 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 Fernando. I don't see anything about Fernando. I don't see any Fernando here. Matt 76 has been a good dude, so leave him alone. That blower sucked in the mouth wire and gotcha. I can show you on the confetti that ended up in the intercooler. Oh, my Lord. It does surprise me when many people are surprised when you tell them that you do your own mods. It does surprise me how many people are surprised when you tell them that you do your own mods. Yeah, look. NA's not an art per se, especially on Mustang. It is not an art, so stop saying it's an art. It's not an art. It's how to go slow for double the money as boosted. Incognito says, saw Matt 760 on here. Tell me how you got cars going 60 to 130, 81 seconds, full weight, stock tires. I'll call cap. Full weight? No, it's not happening. Sorry. Love you. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. 8.1 full weight. Maybe with cams, E85, shifting at, but full weight means 3,800 pounds. Not happening. Bro, it's running a stock computer. Why would you get a tune if some bolt-ons change anything? AED does carbs for another YouTuber. They are badass. When boost hits and eats your math, oof. I never posted or said that. Gotcha. That's okay. So Matt760 said he never said that. Good. Your search for 86 has me trying to find my 88, that La Rocca built motor that I sold years ago. Mr. King, are you talking to me or do you know my build? What's happening here? When is YDBT running device coming out? Can't wait to get me that screwdriver. Look, I have a bunch of stuff that I wanted to make fun of, but it's that weird area. Like you become a little gun shy as to stuff that you want to put out there because you don't know. Look, squeaky wheel gets the grease. And if you're out there popping off on some dumb shit and the EPA just wants to be fucking cocksuckers and go, hey, this guy's yelling and talking all this shit, which I am. And he's out there selling stuff. All they have to do is come look at me. And I'm like, okay, what are you going to get me for? My pedal extender? A block of wood on my foot, you fucking asshole? They outlawed or they got rid of pedal extenders or pedal optimizers. They got rid of that on eBay. How is that an emissions item? Stop it. Matthew, explain to me why you would need a retune with a change in altitude with less oxygen. Exactly. Modern NA is just a math equation. It is. It literally is. NA is not an art. NA is an art to guys that do NA. There is no art with NA, guys. It's actually quite simple. You put on a cold air that a manufacturer makes, about 120 millimeter. You buy a Ford. You don't make your own manifold, do you? Do you make your own manifold? Do you make your own runners? Do you make your own manifold? No. You buy a Ford Racing Cobra Jet intake. You buy a VMP throttle body. You buy long tube headers. You then remove a bunch of parts and then your tuner has to make it all work. Where's the art there? Imagine you get a 225 horsepower, listen, 225 horsepower stock Fox body. And now you have to make it run 10s NA. Stick. No tuning help. Can you do it? Come on, 10R80 NA guy. Can you take a 225 flywheel? That's like 170 to the fucking wheel. And can you make that car run 10s stick and no tuning help? I'd love to see that. That's art. VMP told me that max effort NA cars run 10s are completely stripped. Absolutely. The ATF would, right? So standalone future, technically, no. Standalone computers are also defeat devices. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys don't think that a Holly, an AEM, which is the same thing, big stuff, EFI Live, all that stuff, if you don't think that can fall under the emissions defeat umbrella, you got something, you smoking crack. EPA says, do people really buy stuff from eBay anymore? That's what I was surprised to hear, that people are actually still going to eBay. I thought that place was fucking long gone. Trying to remember the last thing I purchased off that site was, I think mine was like a cup holder or maybe like a wing or something. Nothing crazy. NA guys equals take stuff off your car with the saws out. People hate on NA because social media tells you to, just like candy from the deviled corn and deviled eggs. No. People hate on NA guys because NA guys want 70 revisions. You understand? When the math guys, us, know that it matters fuck all. But they're emotion-based customers. I feel that it's going to go faster. My buddy and I raced, and I beat him when we shifted at 78.52 as opposed to 78.51. You know what I mean? So what happens? Let's say you have a vetted combo, and they're running really well, and you have 30 revisions in. That guy should get charged $3,000 or $4,000 for tuning. Then he changes his cold air, and then he requires those 10 tunes to be redone. And then he starts blaming the tunes, not the cold air, for his tuning woes. And now he wants me to chase 30 more tunes. No, that's not how any of this works. If the car's not doing what we're commanding it to do, there's a hardware issue. And unfucking it in the tune is not a thing. Hiding it, masking it, sure. But fixing it doesn't exist. Paul, that's all wrong. People hate NA because they do everything to a car and try to run low 10s when they could have took that same budget and buy boost and run consistently 9s. And then, Lando, they will tell you the Honda argument. Then they give you the Honda argument. But I want to do it all motor. I want to do more with less. The Honda argument. I'm NA and I still don't get chasing numbers. I'll just boost it if I want more horsepower. Dixie Normer says, but Alex, more revisions equals more better. NA is broke boy build, except when it comes to Viper, since 9-liter NA is $40,000+. Shadow Black, come on, man. You got to get with it. We talked about the S550 about a bazillion times. Imagine eBay thinking that they're relevant to the actual tuning car guys. Smasher Devourer says, if you send your tuner a data log and they say it looks good, it's probably good. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that because they think they know more than you. Then I say this, no problem. Hey, man, I understand that you might not be happy with everything that's going on. I suggest you buy HP tuners and tune it yourself. Right? I mean, isn't that the ultimate test of your build? If you can tune it? But now you're contracting someone else to tune your vehicle. Imagine you don't know how to build a house, but you contract a contractor that knows everything about how to build it, structure, everything, you know, code. And then you start telling them, can you do something that you know is wrong, but it'll make me feel better? The house builder is going to go, well, I'm not going to make your home unsafe in order for you to feel better about how I built your home. I still have to go by certain code, certain guidelines, and more importantly, my experience with this platform. And they go, love you, you're fired. I'm going to go to someone else that's willing to blow my shit up. And I want to go to someone else that's willing to put half the amount of screws on the deck, but still have a deck. And that's what you're doing. And then what happens? Their Pikachu face when their deck falls apart. And then they come back, they go, yeah, my deck exploded. I don't know why. Dustin 10R says, the only cool NA builds are the Prey Camaros that run like 8s and that one manual build. I guess that's why I was asking. I wasn't sure if it would compensate for the change. No, you don't need to be sorry. We're trying to help you critically think. That's all. You mean you can't tune around the mechanical problem? Weird. Every S550 NA builds are so identical. Right. Cobra Jet, Compcam's 423-430s, TJ69 or a monoblade, PMAS cold air, or anything around 120 millimeter. Tell me where the magic and the talent is there. It's a recipe. It's a recipe. Now, the guys that roll race don't get a converter. They just don't get a converter. And then they go to the quarter mile track near them, and they go, hey, how come I only ran 11.2? I go, your fucking car's a stock converter, and it makes no torque up until about 6,500 RPMs. Yeah, but my buddy who's tuned by somebody else, and I'm like, oh my God. Your buddy probably has a converter and weighs less and probably has 355s. But can we do something like give it more timing out of the whole? No. That's not how it works. I have a boosted 17 performance package. Suspension recommendations. Car gets sideways from a dig. Stock tire. It should get sideways from a dig. Manuel. It should get sideways from a dig. You got a stock tire. Why wouldn't it get sideways from a dig if you're spinning a Pirelli P0? You think a suspension is going to make you spin straight? Once you're spinning, you have no control of which way the car is going to steer. I mean, that's kind of normal, isn't it? When the car spins the tire. Like, let's talk. Okay. Let me see. So I'm going to show you a car that has the best drag racing suspension. Best drag racing suspension. Probably vetted. And somehow gets sideways. Somehow still gets sideways on a burnout. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Because almost every car that does a burnout at the track, gets a little sideways, doesn't it? Let me see. Burnout failed drag strip. Let me see. I'm trying to look for a good burnout. Like a guy just does a burnout and it goes fucking sideways. There we go. Urban Hillbilly. Yeah, those are usually good. Let me see. Okay, so there's two cars about to launch here, and I think one of them gets sideways because the tires spun. Let me see. Look, he's a little sideways. Oh, he's sideways. He's still sideways. I don't know. I mean, he's got good suspension. Oh yeah, it's over. It's pretty much over. Yep, he's gone. Look, once you lose traction, I'm being silly, but once you lose traction, you really don't have control of where the car's going to go. So to say, my car spins from a dig on a stock tire, Alex, give me recommendations on suspension. I'm like, you got to make your tires not spin out of the hole. That's the whole key. Especially if boosted, right? When it comes to building a house, pick your color and leave it to the pros. Same when it comes to building cars, pick your colors and leave it to the pros. Alex, you told me I'm getting a G3X for your no bullshit review. Plan on getting it in January. Guys, I'm sorry. If you have a Vortec and a Pro Charger or a Paxton car, good for you. It's all good. My experience with the G3X has been phenomenal. The 120 millimeter pulley, and it runs faster than a ZR1 tuned, race gas, and pulleyed. Stop it. I drove the ZR1 today. Today was for the first time that I said this thing feels slow compared to the white car. Because I drove the white car a little bit and then I got on the ZR1 and I'm like, this bitch feels torquey, but then it just runs out of steam up top. Whereas the white car keeps on pulling. Turn on traction control, right? My car won't hook under 55, right? I have Pirelli P0s and BMR suspension and I can confirm it still doesn't really want to hook. Why don't my rubber band tires hook? Right, exactly. I wrecked at the track 6 years ago, spun going into fourth, hit the wall, finished the quarter mile on my roof. So, again, the whole key is not to spin. You know what I mean? If you get sideways, you get sideways. But the whole key is to keep the spinning to a minimum. Hope your Friday night's going well. Looking forward to working with Lon on my twin turbo S550. I'm sure if it's configured to our liking, we can make magic happen with that car. Alex, you hear about twin turbo 10-speed midnight built by Lon that blew up a few weeks ago in Miami? No, I am not in that scene at all. You understand? I don't know about the street racing bullshit. I don't care about the street racing stuff. I don't care. It sucks that it blew up, but look, when you're racing and you're making 1,000 plus, anything can blow up at any time. So I don't think it's a Manuel thing. I don't think it's an anything thing. When you're racing, blown up cars is part of the game. That's just how it's going to be. What would you recommend for someone who wants to learn how to build a car? Jesus Christ. I mean, if you know anybody that works in a shop that builds cars and he's willing to show you a little bit, meaning not stop and teach you things, but let you be a fly on the wall and just hang out as long as you're not annoying as fuck. And or join some kind of apprenticeship program where you can start with the basics. I'm sure someone will let you go in there and you could try a welding shop, see how they do the chassis stuff. You could try a body shop and see how you can actually volunteer to do intern stuff for free. And the payment is learning what they know. That's probably the best way, in my opinion, without going to like a YO Tech. I don't even know if they're open anymore or anything like that. My 350 will also receive ESS kit in spring as well. FLKA is right. He said the three-letter word, FLKA, exactly. Spin and ain't win. And some of the limited class racing I've watched is some impressive NA stuff. 10,000 RPM, small block Ford is beautiful noise. Modern NA is blah. Cletus uploaded another video of him trashing on the giveaway truck. Did he reference anything about the transmission? And if so, give me a timestamp. Because, guys, I guarantee that transmission smoked. Smoked. Advice, if you want to learn how to build a car, don't do it. Look, I didn't build the notch. But I looked at that car and I said, that is a car that has potential. 460 wheel. Get out of here. 460 wheel. 470 torque. Stick. Fuck yeah. I can make that thing work. No problem. And sure enough, needed a couple little things and that bitch is rolling. I am so happy with that car. Pay $40,000 and go to a trade school. Recommend Turvey or Admiral Peck. The best thing I did was buy an old school truck. Taught me way more than any of the newer cars would. About to get wider wheels so I can get them big meats. Larry Hoover's. Did you hear that guy that said he's gonna come off the trailer in your ass? Off the trailer in your ass. Where is it? There's like a guy that has this jank ass trailer. Man, the search on Google for videos is garbage. Off the trailer. In your ass. In your ass. Where is it? Really? Really? Let's just do off the trailer. It literally showed a guy like twerking on the dance pole. If not, if anyone can send me a link on the chat, I'm not going to go to Instagram, so I'm not even going to leave to go to Instagram. It says off the trailer, in your ass, drag racing. Grudge? No, there was a video going around. The guy's like, off the trailer, in your ass. And I'm like, and it looked like the biggest hunk of shit in the history of hunks of shit. Car building is years of experience, about 20 minutes of turvy racing videos. I want to say that he said the trans was built, never said by who. Okay. Because of you, I'm looking into another Fox body, 351 based as well. Guys, if you're going to get into a Fox body, you got to get into a 351 based. 302, 8.2 deck is, in my opinion, a non-starter. It can probably be made to something nice, but you're not going to make the big horsepower because of cubic inches like NA, like you can with a 351 based. All right, so if I were you, I'd get a 351 based motor, build that, and you can have 500 horsepower fairly easily, whereas with a 306, 347, you're just going to split the block down the middle pretty soon. He said, I want to say the trans was built, but never said by who. Yeah, it's built, but I guarantee it's going to be smoked in a second. Phil Fez says, looking at building a new engine, would you recommend the Gen 3 Eliminator short block with a 12-watt compression? And what heads would you recommend? The Gen 3 heads, stock Gen 3 heads. Unless you have a Gen 2 car. If you have a Gen 2 car, I would get Gen 2 heads. If you have a non-DI controlled car, you would get a Gen 2 head. Moo Mustang says, next week or so, I'm going to also buy a Fox. I've had my eye on for like a week. Never really worked on a car vehicle, but looking forward to learn. Oh gosh, if I were you, I wouldn't try to take it apart and learn on the fly. That's an art. That's why when I saw AED stamped on the carburetor, I said, I'm going to send it to them, let them rebuild it. I can adjust, I can tweak. Theoretically, I need a wideband to see the air fuel mixture at idle or just read the plugs. But reading the plugs is a pain in the fucking ass. I beat a Mach 1 by about a car and a half. I thought the 10 speeds were fast. No, Mach 1s are duds. Mach 1s are not fast. Sorry. 352 with 7.5 inch pistons for the win. Last Cletus video at 3:30. He talks about it. Thank you. All right, I'll go there. Fuck it. Fuck me. I'm going to have to go see it at 3:30. Cletus. Last video. Yeah, he's just going to blow that shit up.
Hey guys, it's Black.
Oh my God. This stupid straw hat is just the biggest, dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, though. Let me see.
Hard after third gear.
Cooper's back. Looks like he needs some clout. No offense.
Or so would I think.
This is literally a stock Coyote with a whipple.
Are you surprised? Like, is he that misinformed that he doesn't think stock Coyotes can straight get it? Again, boost, fuel. He's surprised? Bro, where you been?
It makes
Stock
power.
cams, stock everything.
Yeah, no shit.
And a stock 10. Well, it's got a converter.
Okay, so I wasn't too
He said it's got a converter in it. So,
far off with my guess of naturally aspirated.
wow, you guys have no idea what, even I knew something about Chevys, and I'm a dumbass. These guys literally have no idea about Coyote stuff. Like, no idea at all. I knew some LS3 stuff, some LQ4 stuff, some 5.3 and 4.8 stuff. And I knew LS9 stuff really well. So they knew nothing? Boy. And their car, guys. That guy goes 640. Knows nothing about cars. Again, owns a 640 in the quarter mile car. Knows nothing about cars. That tells you right there. You don't need to know a lot to go fast. You just don't. You just need to know the right people to build you the right car, the right tuner, the right setup. And you know how many pro mod drivers I've met that don't know a goddamn thing of what's going on with their car? Listen to the Larry McAmis videos. Is it Larry McAmis? Is it Larry? Larry McAmis? Larry? Yeah, Larry. No. It's not Larry McAmis. Is it Mick? What was the McAmis pro mod? What's the guy's name that talks about these pro mod guys? It's not Larry. Tim McAmis. Sorry, why did I say Larry? Tim McAmis. You guys watch this guy? This fucking guy is the best. He's like an OG. You think I'm old and, know some stuff? This guy's forgotten more shit than I know and will ever know. And he'll tell you that there's some of the biggest dumbasses that don't know shit have the fastest cars. And Cletus is just another example of that. And you guys watch him religiously. religiously. Good for you. Chevy guys are smooth brains when it comes to coyotes. Why do Chevy guys get mad at the amount of cams in a coyote? And they reference that as if it matters at all when it comes to LS stuff? Like, I don't look at my Corvette and go, only one cam, what's wrong with this? No, I'm not fucking stupid. I go, yeah, it's a cam and block design, and it makes a lot more torque than a coyote. I get it. And I understand why a dual overhead cam design makes less torque and more horsepower than a cam and block design. Like it's, these guys go, oh my God, stock coyote. Can you believe it? It's stock coyote, nothing done to it, man. Stock heads, stock cams, just E85 and boost. No shit. Since 2011, we've known that. It's 11 years. Holy shit. Ty's the only one who knows anything about Coyote platform. He has a sick Ranger Coyote swap. Don't care. Turvey needs to take the Cletus crew for a ride in his Bucephalus when it's done. Cletus has money, and that's why he has a 640 car. And that's why it's still together. He hasn't built it. Steve Morris did. Yeah, I get it. I'm not here to hate on him, but I'm here to call out the guy that doesn't know shit about cars when he's blown away that a Coyote truck runs what it runs with 10 pounds of boost. Come on, stop it. Why are they so surprised that it's a ripper? I don't know. Alex, do you watch Lawrence Tolman from Power Nation? He started the YouTube channel last year doing Project Trucks. Fuck no. How is the Beltec drop on the Mamalona doing? Still like it? I love it. It's still doing really good. No issues. An old man had a VMP supercharged Coyote swap notch. That motherfucker was badass. And my neighbor had a red notch with a Stroker 331, and they're the reason why I want a notch back now. GM are crying because GM plans to go all electric in the future. Checking in from work. Peasant, what's up, Carlos? Why you hate on Cletus so much? Why you suck on his dick so much? Like, you watch that channel and you think he knows anything about cars? He's entertaining to smooth brains. He's absolute. If he throws banana in the turbos and banana in the tailpipes and toilet paper, whatever. I mean, cool. And the guy has a really fast car. He knows nothing about cars in general. Like, knows nothing about cars in general, right? Have you ever seen him wrench on anything and have it actually stay on? Stop it. Stop it. That channel is entertainment. That channel is not somewhere you go to learn anything. VVT is literally intended to balance power and fuel economy. Stock motor, wow, pound the rev limiter harder. Good evening, everyone. Right, so a lot of people that watch that channel probably don't understand anything Coyote. Like, if you're a Coyote purist, right, and you really know your shit about Coyote, like, you should watch Engineering Explained. You should watch the Koenigsegg guy, because that's basically a 32 valve Ford engine. You should watch Aldo. Midnight has a channel. You should watch, I don't care if you watch this or not. If you do, cool. If you don't, no big deal. But that channel is meant for 14-year-olds, 14 to 22-year-olds. Like, there's no way a guy that knows what he's doing watches that channel and goes, man, these guys are awesome and they really know a lot about cars. They go, how can I get in on that money train? How can I help? How can I, that's usually what happens. Jeremy Whitlock says, good evening, everyone. Thanks for the money. I've raced a lot of 10 speeds and I've had yet to come across a fast one at Rich 5.0. You definitely hate on Cletus. Of course I definitely hate on him because you guys see, what happens is, do you know anyone that became famous not knowing shit? And rich, not knowing shit. Do you? And then guys like me that know a little bit have to answer questions from smooth brains like you that watch him. Hey, I saw Cletus do this. Is that true? Bro, shut up. Like, anything that happens on the channel has no basis in reality. That channel is its own thing. Let it do. I want them to become trillionaires. But when it comes to actually modifying vehicles and actually dropping knowledge on people, that channel shouldn't even be on your fucking wavelength, bro. If Garrett called, since he has mentioned it before, would you go down and teach Coyote stuff? Nope. I want nothing to do with him or the channel. I don't dislike him as a person. I just want nothing to do with that shit. No, thank you. I don't want to collaborate. I don't want to be on the Ranger Danger fucking tour or whatever the fuck they do. I don't want to drive a Crown Vic. I want nothing to do with it. Now, if Steve Morris wanted to teach me some things, oh my God, yeah, absolutely. That guy, I can listen to him talk all day. But if Cletus is like, hey, you want a collab? No, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it, bro. If Lund Racing wants to go and race, I'll help Lund Racing, but I want nothing to do with that channel. Like, nothing. Look, I'm not here for clout, man. I'm here, and if it's going to make it on its own. And if it's not going to make it, cool. But I don't want the Cletus audience here. No, thank you. Like one time I got mad because I literally spearheaded a whole thing to make sure I told them where to go for the Crown Victoria build. I got VMP involved in their motor build. Then I saw him just totally sidestepping that whole shit. Meanwhile, he's texting me nonstop telling me, what should I do? What about this? What? I'm like, why am I helping you if you're not going to fucking shout me out? Fuck all that. So I stopped. Like I literally stopped. Bro, if someone's helping you, look, I got sponsors and people that help me, and I make sure to shout them out every single time. So if I'm out there helping you and you just like make it look like you figured this shit out, I'm like, I'm going to have a problem with that. Cold Trickle from Days of Thunder. You said it like 15 times. What's good, Alex? Dropping a like, kid. Keep brushing off them haters over the last couple of days and keep doing you. What haters? What haters? Every time I look to gain info on another platform, there's no one that seems to come close to your channel when it comes to Coyote. But maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I don't know any channel that will talk to you with the intricacies of tuning and try to explain it in the simplest manner like I do. And now with the small block Ford stuff, people are going, wait a minute, that car does that with a small block Ford that's 30 plus years old? I'm like, yep. I just never had the money or opportunity to build a 351 or a 408 or 363, whatever it is. I have no idea what it is. And now I'm enjoying the fact that I'm able to bring you guys Fox body content. And that car is so much fun. It's a pain in the ass to drive. I don't like driving it a lot. I like driving it very little, like a half hour at a time. It's tolerable. I was hyped seeing the Notch video. It was moving just like these Gen 3s in San Antonio. Right, 10-1, pump gas, stick. Wait till I get race gas in it. The K member that's in the Fairmont in it, because I can just throw the Coyote K member back in the Fairmont. Maybe some new A-arms and basically a whole new front suspension to cut about 50 pounds off the bitch. It's going to be a 970, 960 car, 60 to 130 when it's all said and done. If I get a shorter tire, even better. Gotta shout out the ones that help you and give good advice. I remember him shouting you out multiple times. Once. Stop it, Mike. Once. Show me the couple of times where he literally said, this channel helped me get the motor, get dit. I mean, I literally begged VMP. I said, VMP, don't be stupid. Give this guy a fucking blower. He's going to put it in the car. He's going to blow it up, but it's going to make power. And it might get you some sales. I guarantee they've gotten 0 sales from that stuff. 0 sales. Like, I can't imagine someone goes, I saw Cletus burn down his Crown Vic and I want to put that blower on my car. No. Like, I'm trying to think who represented VMP the best in social media. I did okay, but not great. But there was other people that had a VMP Gen 3 in their car and they were fucking rolling. Cletus Super Dave Osborne. Man, I wish you could choose speed density on my car. Any plans for a live stream on London HQ with the crew in the near future whenever I'm up there? Admiral Peck woke up from his applesauce nap. He had some applesauce and woke up. Devin Handerhoof will talk your ears off about Holly stuff. Love him. Oh, yeah. Holly, I don't care about. Do you see the price of Fox bodies coming down anytime soon or staying where they are now? Nope. Fox body prices are gonna go up.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
The old car is becoming new again. And to find a clean Fox, get ready to pay $20,000, $30,000 for a clean Fox that's running and driving with low miles. A roller is going to run you $3,500 to $4,000. A running and driving car that makes decent power is going to run you $10,000 to $15,000. A Coyote swap, $15,000 to $20,000, even if it's a bucket. Get ready to pay. Derek says, came across Neo Mustang's channel today. Not exactly what you'd think about his channel. I don't know who he is. Sorry. I'm just not out. I'm not in the YouTube universe. Like, I don't know everyone about Coyote stuff, and I don't know YouTubers by their screen name except like 3. Everyone else, look, I don't go on and see what they're doing and react to it. I have videos that I want to make, and I have them already done in my head. I just got to put them out there. I don't go, well, they did a video on that, so I got to do video on that. No. I just go, all right, I want to do 60 to 130 in the Notch. All right, I want to do blower swap in the GT500. All right, I want to do race gas on the Corvette, put a pulley on it. You know, like, I don't react to their channels and I don't watch them so that I can do what they do. If I did what other YouTubers do, I would have had a C8 Corvette by now. I would have had a C8 Z06 in my garage by now. I would have had a Plaid in my garage if I followed what other YouTubers did. I would have had a 2020 GT500 in my garage, but I don't, because I don't like any of that content. Came across. Already got that. Peter Harrell's channel has the best music ever, and the dude is a badass. Don't know who that is either. SK Jeff, what's up, brother? He's been a member for 20 months. The VMP blower is the one burnout car. Exactly. Stay blessed, Alex. Cash the rest on the left. E-play. Wow. Cletus did say it needs a new trans. The timestamp is 5:30. Okay. Let me see.
Hey guys, it's Black Friday, which means we've got some.
Oh my God! Shut up, dude. That fake. Hey guys, I lose it.
Just has like V8 mufflers on
Wow. 10 speed.
Why are you giving guys ride-alongs? Bro, park it. Hey, new owner of that truck, get a new trans, maybe a new motor. This guy's giving ride-alongs to multiple people.
it. Yeah, I think it's going out. That's why it's kind of shifting hard.
Oh, she's kind of shifting hard. It couldn't have been the amount of times you left it on the fucking limiter. Actually, I do have a clip. I do have a clip of Cletus taking the F-150 for a ride. Oh, skeedle-a-deedle-a-derp. I don't know why the hell it's fucked up. Let me try it again, see if it clears out. Oh, do it for Dale. Skeedle-a-derp-a-derp. Yep. I don't know why. I have no idea why it's acting up. SK Jeff says, had to update my debit card. Channel support. Alex, thank you, SK Jeff. Appreciate it. Engine Masters is a great show. Yes, Engine Masters is wonderful. I watch that show very much. You can score a good deal on an auto GT or convertible. They were more likely to be garaged and driven by older people. He's right. Under $50,000, the T5 swap will run 3,000 parts. In your opinion, says Trevor Pence, in your opinion, on the universal gayness scale, how gay is an LS in a Fox body? It's not gay. It's disappointing. If you have a son and he's, 2 and you're like, yeah, you're gonna be a ladies' man, you're gonna weld, you're gonna ride a Harley, you're gonna be a badass motherfucker, man. Yeah, then he's 4 and he starts playing with dolls and you're like, that's just a phase. It's a phase, no big deal. Yeah, then you want to throw the baseball, Timmy? Yeah, Dad. And he takes the ball and he goes, ah! And you go, holy shit. You're not going to say, I hate you, son. It's still your child. You're going to be disappointed. That poor GT500 motor in the VIX. Skiddle-a-diddle-a-derp. If you could, that poor 10R80 would hang itself. Right. What was the one engine building show that tried to say Coyote pump gas can make 1,000? It was Horsepower TV. They put a Whipple on a pump gas Coyote and said it made 1,000. And I went, oh, okay. So that's 900 horsepower to the wheel. 1,000. Okay, got it. Someone in LA used my credit card to buy a bus ticket for $175. I think Turvey is Joey Biden. The cash he's giving away with the truck definitely is for a new trans. Hey, Cleater, do me a favor. Add another $5,000 for a short block. Add another $5,000 for a short block. Just in case that slamming on the limiter maybe will fuck up the oil pump gear, or maybe the chain slapping around isn't a happy truck. Please stop. Stop giving anyone rides on that truck. I think what he's trying to do is this. Look at this truck, it's badass. Now let's do more giveaways. And he's not going to give that truck away, guys, until he has reached a $70,000 in merch with a certain code. All right, let's say he bought the truck for $50,000. Then he throws in another $15,000. Then he's going to go, well, this truck is not going to get given away until this code, or between this date and this date, we have amassed an extra $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 in merchandise. That's the bulk of his business, in my opinion. Not the YouTube channel. The bulk of his business is the merch, in my opinion. I don't know this, but I'm guessing that that's the case. And only when that happens, they'll give the truck away. How many do you guys think, if he sold 2 shirts in that whole month, that he'd actually give the truck away? Maybe because he's loaded, but not like a Stang motor, like a Street Speed. They're like, I ain't giving shit away until I make the money back on the car. Just finished watching the new Engine Masters where they tested vacuum leaks on 2-barrel and then tested on a P1 SC and blow through. Kind of cool to see results on a 2-barrel test. Does the 2-inch spacer they're doing on those CJs really make a difference? I don't think so. Add another $15,000. Look, are we talking spacers in 2022? Are we talking spacers in 2022? Got to run, catch a replay. Yes, sir. 1,000 horsepower pump gas, smoking all that crack. I don't know how much correction factor they added, right? That's the problem. So every dyno has a correction factor. So every single dyno is going to read differently. So if a engine builder says he made 1,000 on a pump gas Coyote, not a problem, engine builder. Can you do me a favor? Can you put that in a Mustang? Put that exact same engine, exact same tuning in a Mustang, and put it on a chassis dyno like a dyno jet. And we'll add in the correction factor. So let's say, for instance, you have a 1,000 times 0.085 or 0.85. Okay? Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck did I do? 85. So 850 horsepower is what you'd have to see to the rear wheel if you have 15% drivetrain loss. Do you think any Coyote on the planet makes 850 wheel on pump gas, no additives, no Torco, no nothing, no additives on a Coyote boosted? Yeah, I think he'll blow it up before the giveaway. Me too. I think he's definitely going to blow it up. Pizza guy shows up and he says, "Hey man, come with me and see how fast this truck is." Right. He is a merch site that has YouTube channel as a side hustle. I believe that's the case. Wonder how many people actually use the cash for taxes? Not many. Many people all of a sudden get a huge tax bill and they go, and they have to get a loan out for that, or they have to sell the truck. A lot of the times people win a truck, or a car, they have to sell it and they keep the cash. I'd love to see that engine torn down, and if the OPG survived that abuse, I'm sure that's got OPGs in it. I'm sure it does. The old guy spray wax is supposedly his best seller. Spacer, it's a Platinum Extender. Respect all builds. SAE Smoothing 5 for the win. Boy, this guy gets it. Horsepower TV with an 80-week correction factor. Oh, if I had something to give away, I'd give it away. That's a good one. Couldn't do basic math. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. You're watching my channel. Is anyone watching your channel? 27 degrees, no problem. They could do it when 80. Yeah, exactly. When people claim 800 horsepower on pump gas, no additives, it's 100% bullshit, capping, whatever you guys want to call it. 100% bullshit. Hey, Mike, if you're such a fucking Cletus fan, why are you watching my channel? I mean, you're such a Cleater, McDeala, Derpa, Lasita, Derpa. You know, watching him do this to a truck and wonder why the trans sounds like shit. That's the guy you watch. I don't know why the hell you're watching me. You shouldn't be on this channel at all. He's going to blow it up and say, "That's why I'm an LS guy." Meanwhile, he has blown up more Texas Speed motors than Texas Speed puts out in a week. Like, I don't know how many motors Texas Speed puts out in a week. Homeboy has blown up at least 7? 8? Thinking about going from a Vortec V3 to one of Hellions. A set of Hellions. As I've maxed out my little supercharger. Any advice? Naweed, I would get the sleeper kit. Sleeper kit is going to do well for you. I don't know about turbo sizing and everything. I would talk to Hellion about size of the turbos and everything like that. Get the upgraded manifolds. Do not rely on the stock manifolds at all. I'm a big fan of both of you, but you're such a big hater. How am I a big hater, or am I being honest? Like, why is it that when you're honest about somebody and it is factually correct, you're labeled a hater? Like, does the guy know about cars? Yes or no? Mike Hawk. Let's talk to Mike. Mike Hawk. Great name, by the way. Does Cletus know anything about cars? Go. Would you go and say Cletus is a authority on any platform besides the LS? Do you think the channel is an informative channel? So if I'm highlighting the reasons it's not and he's not, I'm considered a hater or a guy that's simply telling the truth, and you don't like to hear the truth about someone who you're a fan of. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you like a guy that doesn't generally know much about cars. And a lot of people, the nut swingers, will say, well, he goes 640s. That proves my point, that you don't have to know shit to go really fast. You just have to have a lot of money. Like a lot of money. If I was a billionaire, a tech billionaire, look at Jeff Bezos. Like, Elon Musk is different. Elon Musk is actually very smart. And he knows what he's doing. And he's a motivator and a hard worker. But Jeff Bezos started Amazon. and now has Blue whatever. He is responsible money-wise for building a company that puts people in space. Does that mean he's knowledgeable about rockets? Like, does that mean he's knowledgeable about rockets? No, he hired the right people to be knowledgeable about rockets. I think Elon Musk was like the main engineer for SpaceX for a while before he gave that up to somebody else. So there's a start. I'm not saying I'm Elon Musk. I'm not saying that. Not at all. Please stop it. What I'm saying is there's a huge difference between someone that knows the subject matter intimately than a person that uses it for 100% entertainment. I wouldn't call one a hater if I was to say, if this guy says this guy doesn't know shit about rockets, because I do. This guy's not a hater. This guy's simply telling the truth. And if you don't like that, that's okay. Not a problem. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to give you guys some information. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's totally fine. Cletus is kind of guy not. Cletus is a guy not to know how to change his own oil. Yeah, Alex is refreshingly and brutally honest. No safe stays here. He's gonna cry to L&M when he needs a new show block for that truck. You're a hater because they can't argue your point. Yeah, okay. Old Cleater knows how to be dangerous. Thank you, Blue Origin. I forgot. I was gonna say Blue Horizon or something. Cletus apparently shed light on stick shift. Really? No. The stick shift drag racing game was a Granis, was Wesley, was Grubworm, was I think Red Demon, the Boost in Performance guys. Those guys shed light on the game. And Yandro Yoloa, the minion, those guys. Cletus just got into it, threw money at the car. Car went really good. But now you're starting to see it's a completely different level of stuff. And his car's going to go sixes. I'm not going to lie. His car's definitely going to go sixes. I guarantee Cletus's Corvette is going to go sixes. Absolutely. And I want it to go sixes. But stop telling me that he's the main driver of that whole situation. Stop it. Alex, what do you think the max horsepower would be on a boosted Gen 3 car on a supercharged E85 with full factory exhaust? I'm talking manifolds, converters, 700 before you melt the cats and put a hole in one of the pistons. Go ahead. 700 wheel before you melt the cats and put a hole into one of the pistons. Don't be stupid. Don't do that. So what you're saying is you're Juanito Musk. Yeah, Minion was like the people that watch stick shift racing for Cletus don't know who Minion is, Wesley Evans, Granis they might because it's a Supra, it's kind of like a cult car, Red Demon, Grubworm. People that watch Cletus do stick shift stuff don't know who any of the stick shift guys are. They just go watch Cletus. Guys that watch the stick shift class see Cletus go, okay, he's going to step in with the big boys because stick shift racing is nuts letting hang shit. It's an outlaw class. Those guys know Minion, Granis. They hold the whole drama with Joel Steele and Granis. They saw Joel Steele go 680s like a bracket car stick, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is possible!" So if anyone made the stick shift game what it is today, it's people like Granis, Wesley, Booston, and Joel Steele, especially Joel Steele, because he went up there and ran 680, 680, 680, 680, 680. Every fucking time. Cletus has special rules. And that's the other thing. What I dislike about it is that the events cater to him. When you have built your car to fit a certain class and you go by the rules, then they tweak them to include him because they want eyes on the track. That should piss off some of the racers. Or not. They should go, we're going to beat his ass now. You know? Yo, just trying to see Cletus' new video with the ride. Yeah, I already did that. Joel Steele. Yeah, Cletus is to stick racing what Ronda Rousey was to women's fighting. That is wonderful. In women's MMA, when I saw Holly Holm fight, I went, oh my God, this woman is a kickboxer, striker, this and this and that. And Ronda Rousey was beating up on very minimal competition. And do you remember when they were telling people that Ronda Rousey could beat up Floyd Mayweather? Do you remember that? Oh, yeah, I could beat up Floyd. Are you fucking nuts? Then she meets Holly Holm and this beautiful blonde woman kicks their fucking face to the third row. And I went, she fucked around and found out. Red Demon running 80 PSI on a billet block now. Did everyone forget about Joel Steele? I already mentioned him. I was waiting on his car to be debuted and never saw it anywhere. No. Guys, he's building a big tire, big dumb shit. I'll give you a little sneak peek as to what he's doing. And I think he's just not fucking around. I think he's just like, okay, you guys want to do the stick shift? Because it's outlaw. That means it's just all of it. You name it, we're going after it. No bullshit. So... See all profiles, Alejandro Flores. This stupid meta shit sucks. I hate meta. And who hit me up on Facebook? I want to make sure no emergencies. Because when people hit me up on Facebook, I'm like, what is happening? So Joel Steele. Put up a picture of what he's got going on. And I was like, oh, he's not fucking around. So yeah, check it out. So if you think Joe Steele is having issues, he is not having issues. He is building probably some big tire, ridiculous, dumb stick shift. I can't wait to see if this actually becomes a race car with like a H pattern in it. I'm like, oh my God, if this becomes an H pattern stick car, you're gonna see so many people complaining. Wait a minute, that thing's a fucking pro mod, man. Man. It's outlaw. Rogan was saying how Rousey would compete with the men at her weight class. I love Joe Rogan. He's a very smart guy. He must have been on ayahuasca when he said that shit. Yes, Legion Fab. He bought a truck to give away and promptly beat the shit out of it and gave about 30 ride-alongs and blew up the transmission, or the trans is within an inch of its life. Bro's going to build a pro mod with an H pattern. Jonathan Atkins. Yeah, Jonathan Atkins, right? Grubworm. Alex won't add you on Facebook, by the way. Nope, not at all. What would you do if you shot a rod out of the bottom of the Gen 3 single turbo car with T56? Cars should throw I throw another stock Gen 3 in it. Absolutely. You get back up and running, all that stuff. If not, you're going to go into engine jail, and it's going to be a whole, just put another stock one in there, lower the boost. Rousey won against awful fighters when she had finally faced a real fighter. She lost and then said she wanted to kill herself. Damn, I could have sworn that was Torviata's racing shop. Alex, are you ever going to go buy another S197? You mean my GT500? That S197? My GT500? Will the front sway bar be removed? That will take a lot of weight off that gem. They'll probably make rules to block him from racing in the... So, the same people... That's a great one to talk about. The same people that bend the rules to allow Cletus are the same people that will make rules to block Joel Steele. Bet me. Bet me. When Joel Steele unloads that car off the trailer and you see these big fucking tires and it has a firewall and it has a monkey bar cage in it and it has some of the most ridiculous parts that money can buy in it, you're going to see people weasel up to the tower and go, so hey, look, I don't want to say nothing, but that shit doesn't belong here. It's not built in the spirit of the class. The class is outlaw stick shift. Like, you name it, it goes. You could get Billy Glidden up here with if Billy Glidden can put an H pattern on his pro stock car and have it live, it should be allowed. Guys, Grubber went 660. 670 or something. Stop it. Stop it. Will Cletus make a video about blowing up the giveaway trucks? Trans, probably. Won't give ride-alongs in my... I hope it... I don't want that trans to blow up. You know why? Because then they're going to start taking parts off of a platform they know nothing about. They're going to remove this transmission, send it off somewhere, put it back in, and then they're going to hit up London and go, hey, this transmission's fucked up. Can you do something with the tune? And you're like, it doesn't have anything to do with the tune. Yeah, no, well, we put a new trans in it, so you need to change something, right? No, just turn it on and go. Well, it's shifting weird, and it's got a bunch of codes. Oh. Love those guys. Get that truck out of your hands as soon as possible. Park it. Give it to the new guy who wins it. Get it out of your life. Sean Madden's full body stick shift vet will go 6s before Cletus. Sean Madden? What was that? Let's look it up. Oh, hell. Ooh. Look at that thing. It's a C6, huh? Could you imagine going 6s in a full-bodied Corvette? And then going to Cletus and looking at him like... And then you have to be like nice to him because you don't want to be like, take that, motherfucker. You know, I wish there was more guys like that. I wish there was more guys that talk that shit in person. Because everyone, when they get to the track after talking shit to each other online on Facebook, they like all of a sudden like become friendly. Oh, we're just friends. We're just hanging out. And I'm like, no, keep that same energy. I like it. It's like wrestling. They won't do it. Joe still bringing back the door slammers. Pro stock with boost. Right. Ghost Watcher with a like. Haven't heard anyone reference Glidden in a minute. Right. Real question is it okay to outlaw stick class when they're going to allow Liberty Lenko? Look, H pattern, H pattern, H pattern. That's the only rule. H pattern. I don't care if you make the Lenko a custom linkage. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I don't care. If it's H pattern, it's H pattern. If you say T56, that changes things. Billy Glidden will dig out his old Black Fox and put an H pattern in it. Where's the 1080p monitor? They pull out the claw mats. Right. Like, people are going to go to the tower and go, Joe Steele's car should not be allowed because it's not in the spirit of the class. Remember what happened to Lund Racing in the heavyweight class? We took the Black Bean that ran 860s at 4,300 pounds. We put lead weight in it. We put sandbags in the trunk. We put literally weights in the back seat. And the car ran 860s with Junior in it. And it made the weight. It made the weight, 4,300 pounds. And guess who were the biggest haters of Lund entering the heavyweight class? Mustang guys. Houston Mustang guys. Happy that Lund spun in the final. Could you imagine that? A Mustang weighing at 4,300 pounds, what qualified number one was gonna take it, and people were happy to see them spin. That's why I think the Mustang game is whack shit. And people complained, a Mustang shouldn't be in the heavyweight class. I'm sorry, you didn't exclude Mustangs. Then the guy who the guy who made the rules in Texas 2K was like, well, we don't want a guy with a Fox body, X275 Fox body here and putting, but why not? You didn't exclude Mustangs. Then all of a sudden, in the middle of the whole competition, they said they were going to exclude Mustangs. Oh my God, what a shit show. Next shift is his YouTube. His C6 is very nice looking with the ZR1 fenders, man. It did a 108 last week. Sean Madden's car is badass. It's a faceplated T56 as well. Why Black Bean? Not another goose. Just got here. Can you start over? Because Mustang guys are too fast. They have to ban them. Too much of the same thing is not good at Bathu. Gotcha. All right, I'm going to get out of here. We talked today about eBay sucking all the dicks and contradicting their ban on tuning devices and supposedly hardware. Then we did a simple search on their search engine and found off-road H-pipes in their website. Good job, eBay, you stupid clowns. Then they go and make a post on Instagram promoting a guy who put a diesel in his Mustang. Good job, eBay. Way to be hypocritical cocksuckers. We also talked about manufacturers trying to get you for subscription-based services or subscription-based modifications or features a car comes with from the factory, and then you have to pay to unlock them, and that's another revenue stream for them. We think that's bullshit. Then we talked a little bit about everything. Talked about Cletus. People called me a hater, whatever. Look, if I'm pointing out that the guy's not a car guy but very entertaining, I'm not a hater. I'm literally telling you guys the truth. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to be back on Sunday morning. Peasant Chat. We'll talk some shit. I'm going to do some video on probably the white car. Saturday, tomorrow, we're going to probably put the 110 millimeter pulley on it and do 60 to 130. I don't think I could put it. Should I put on the dyno? I'm going to just do street stuff for now because the dyno is such a fucking long day. So I'm going to do street stuff with it. But man, what if I get caught out there in Mexico? Those federales don't fuck around. Maybe the dyno, and then maybe 60 to 130, another day. So maybe I'll do the 115, then the 110, and we'll see how much fuel I have left. And do some 60 to 130. It's already spinning the 2-3 gears, so I'm going to need a drag pack or something so it can actually hook and complete the runs. But, I'm going to get you some more data. And I talked to Bondobird, and Bondobird has some plans for me on the GT500 that I thought were pretty interesting. So I'm going to test out some stuff, some theories he has. So we'll see. Keep an eye on the channel for all that stuff. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good rest of your day. Happy leftovers for Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. for the Peasant Chat. Have a good one, guys. See you later. Bye.